And when I passed by thee, and I saw thee polluted in thine own blood, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. It says, I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field.
Right, so what? We the greatest nation. One of the last nations, but the greatest nation. You know, he said he caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field.
Continuing, it says, verse 7, continuing, says, I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased the waxen grape, and thou art come to excellent ornaments, thy breasts are fashioned, and thine hair is grown.
Right, so you take care, like, see, people pulling your chair out for your woman, opening the door for your woman, rubbing her feet. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but just let it be your woman. People be doing that. When you do it for a stranger, that's fucking simping. Look, taking your woman out to an expensive dinner, do it, but just let it be your woman. Don't do that to a bitch you trying to know and impress. That's when it becomes simping. If I want to take my fucking leather jacket off and lay it over the puddle so my wife, who was down with me for the last 15 years, that take care of the kids and do the house, could walk over this puddle, there's nothing fucking wrong with that. Just let it be your wife. Just because you saw this bitch and she looked good and you want to impress her, so you blowing all your funds, and now it's simping. You know? Because pulling the chair out for, look, you at the dinner table, you with your wife, and you want to pull the chair out for her to sit down, ain't nothing fucking wrong with that. That's your wife. That's your property. Men supposed to take care of their property, right? But if there's some random chick you met last week, and you trying to blow all this dough to impress her, now you fucking simping. So don't get us wrong when brothers clown other men for doing shit like that. It's cool to do, but let her belong to you. And the ultimate of her belonging to you is getting it from a V. But now, at days, you probably don't have that, but just make sure she prove herself to you and she's certified through the spirit, man, before you start doing all that other shit.
That's right. Continuing, verse 7, it says, thy breasts are fashioned, and thine hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. Now when I passed by...
you could get her hair done, her nails done, right? So that's the Lord blessing us with what? The wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, you know? Being gifted and talented, you know?
Verse 8, now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee, and I covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swear unto thee, and entered into a covenant with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, and thou becamest mine.
Right, so that's why he told Hosea what to get the harlot. And she, harlots I ran through more times than the Holland Tunnel. But you don't, one thing about a prostitute, they loyal. If you could get them, they make some of like the best wives and mothers. Why? Because they've been through like the dirt. So by the time they come like up the age, they've been through hell already. So they kind of just like seasoned in a good way. You know what I'm saying? That well, you ain't gotta see with a virgin or a young chick, you gotta worry about her wanting to play with that life. Cause out of curiosity, just like, all right, she cool, this and that, but she never saw the dark side. So I gotta kind of watch her, this and that. Now, a prostitute and a harlot is more like, yo, I want nothing to do with that. Like, I've been in that life, I've been in hell and back. You know what I'm saying? That shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when the whole stage and the whole act on repenting, like with Israel, see, that's what we gonna be good in the kingdom. Cause we was that whore. that the Lord took back in and cleaned us up. But when we get back right, we're going to be right forever.
Right.
That's one thing about, that's why Yahweh Shai said, the prostitutes and the harlots shall make it into the kingdom before thee. He was talking to the Pharisees. Because what? One thing about prostitutes, they honest and they loyal, you know.
You see that in these movies. You get to the scene where a main character might come across a prostitute, and then you find out through the movie that she actually got a good character. It's just circumstances got her in that position. You know, the Book of Eli. All these different movies. You're like, yo, she actually like a good girl, but like, how you end up being a prostitute?
And they'll tell you. They'll tell you. They're sitting. Well, yeah, you'd be like.
Yeah, they tell a lot of horror stories.
Yeah, and you'd be like, wow, shit. You'd be sitting there like, God damn. You know what, man? I don't even want to do nothing no more, man. Just take the fucking money and go ahead, man. And, man, God damn, like. And you be like, what? You be saying, Hey, so some of them look at her, you be like, yo, so that shit just bugging you. So how you end up like how you end up like this? So I can try to avoid this shit, So, hey, man. But hey, that's Israel. So because the Lord said what? If a man had a woman that the land was polluted, will he take her back?
Right.
Which the answer is no. Now, some men do that shit, but look, giving your girl a second chance is like giving her another bullet after she misfiring at your ass. Say your girl try to blow your head off. She got one bullet in her revolver. She walked behind you. Pow! But the bullet actually grazed your ear. And you be like, hey, babe, that's all right. And you take a bullet out your pocket and be like, here you go. And she load that bitch up again.
Don't miss this.
Pow! And blow your ass. Move away. Don't give these women no fucking... do what you want. But my mentality, like, yo, especially on some adultery shit. Because look, the Lord, we were sinning with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, but the ultimate thing where we fucked up at was having other gods. We was breaking Sabbaths, we was doing all that, right? But he really never brought wrath like how he did until we start dealing with those other gods. And that's the same thing with a woman. She could steal from you, she could disobey you, she could do a lot of shit, but the ultimate only thing you could really put her away from was adultery. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the same thing with the Lord. It was just like, look, I ain't saying just be sinning, because you could still, the Sabbath and all that, wages was death. You had sins punishable by death still. But I'm talking about the Lord just pushing our whole nation off, like, get the fuck away from me. That's when we started, like, fucking with them other gods. You know what I'm saying? Because when we was going off, we still, like, had the name. And, like the Levites, they still had the name, and but they was sinning and doing what they did, and they'd do the service again. But once we start dealing with those other gods, that was it. So it's the same thing with a woman. It's just like, yo, once you committed adultery, like, and really a man, like, mentally, psychologically, it's like every time you look at her, thinking about it, that, like, I don't see how dudes do that shit, bro. I'm like, yo. Because I know a couple partners of mine that happened to, and they stayed with the chick. But I'm like, yo, how you could, like, I'm talking about some foul shit. Like, got pregnant by the dude, aborted the baby, foul shit. And he's still with the chick and live with her. I'm like, yo, how is that? I looked at him like, yo, you a strong ass nigga. Because, like, yo, that's like, yeah, because every time even if I tried to put the shit behind me, like every time I would look, and that show you how merciful the Lord is. Because he said what? If that land become greatly polluted, will he take it back? Which is hell no. But the Lord is saying, look, but I'm going to take you back and wipe you back up and forget everything you did. Which the average man can't do and won't do. Well, God. Maybe he's there like for a reason. I don't know, but that's some like torment and shit psychologically. Like for some for a woman to do you dirty like that, and you so-called forgave her, but you live with her. See, if you didn't live, because you gotta kind of wake up and see that same face. That's hell, man.
Mind is
That's
never
hell.
at peace.
Huh?
I see your mind is never at peace.
No, it can't be. It can't be. You might as well get rid of that bitch and find something else that don't even look like her. I don't even want to date nobody that resemble your ass.
That's heavy because, like, imagine as a man, if it happened, you got dudes who it'll happen to them once in their life, twice, they'll let it go. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they might not be, they just let it go. But imagine the Most High, everything that Israel did, how many times Israel went off dealing with other gods. As a man, imagine your woman just keep getting her blown back out by another man all the time, committing adultery by different guys. You know, like how you gonna? Yeah, you're not gonna take her back.
Hell
you know,
no.
but the Most High said, I'm gonna clean you up and bring you back. Like I'm gonna send my son to come talk to you. Like, what did I do wrong? There's a precept that said, he said, what have I done wrong? Let's talk.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like the Book of Judges.
That's heavy, man. That's heavy. That's like that real.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? And that's a man that really cared for his lady. That's some shit we can't even comprehend. Give me that Jeremiah 3:2. That's why he said that. That's why he said that. Would he not take it back? Cause he know, like, yo, y'all do not even get down like that. Maybe these new niggas today, right? But ancient Israel, I ain't even going. 1970 Israel. I mean, 1980 Israel. Even the 1990, no, the 1990 niggas, they still around. Look, hey, they ain't doing that shit, bro. These new niggas, I don't know, these Generation Zers.
Yo, my son, I'm like, yo, bro, you only 18. You better sow your roots. What is it
Royal
called?
Oats.
Your Royal Oats. Like, coming to America. You gotta search it out. Cause you want to get with one specific broad. I'm like, yo, son, I got a chick that like you in Brooklyn. He like, nah, I'm with my one girl. I'm like, no. At 18 years old, you supposed to be sowing your Royal Oats, shopping around. You know?
You know the messed up part, they tell a woman that. But,
Yeah, that's all.
Because what? It's different. We could get back to that Ezekiel too. It's different because, see, you don't want an experienced woman.
No.
You might want an experienced mechanic, a pilot, or you might want an experienced doctor, a surgeon, or you might want an experienced cook, a plumber. But you do not want an experienced woman. That's nasty, bro.
Right.
That's nasty. But women want an experienced man.
Right.
Yo, woman, you go, hey, because a woman's vagina is like very delicate.
Right.
Man, you be fooling around down there and you don't know what you're doing. You gonna fuck her up. Oh, she gonna get mad. Get off of me. She could be horny as hell, but you hurting her. Know what I mean? Or you like agitating her. You know what I'm saying? To whatever some extent. So women love men that sexually experienced. But I mean these niggas today, I would love to say, and men, listen, if you want your woman to be a freak, you train her how to be your freak. There's nothing more freakier than that. Like, yo, I trained her how to please me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got her from kind of scratch, low body count or nobodies. And I trained her what to do to me. You ain't gonna find no bitch better than that.
Right.
Now, you might find some other shit out here like, yo, that chick was alright. I ain't gonna wife her nothing, but yo, she knew what, she had some experience. She showed me a thing or two. But she don't even top the chick that you actually trained her how to please you. Cause you just be like, yo, she just do everything right. Why? Because you trained her through time. Like, don't do that. You know? Or like, chill. And she just gradually, and you cheer on, come on, baby, you coaching her. And over the years, she just be like this master in pleasing you sexually. You be like, man, you don't tell people that, but in your mind, you like, man, my wife knows how to do every fucking thing. Just like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get with some chicks, they be like, so how you like it? You like, what? Just do it. Like, what you mean how I like it? Just do it, and I'll tell you from there. You fucking a mood up.
They pull out the menu and shit.
You know? But hey, man, hey, you got that Jeremiah?
This is Jeremiah 3, verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again?
Nah, it's a wrap. Normally, even if the dude try to take it back, that relationship is done. That relationship is done. Now, the Lord can restore it. Nothing impossible with the Lord, but for the most part, bro, that relationship is done, bro. It's done. Now, when Jake do, you know the flip side of that? When Jake do it with different chicks, Eve can find out and this can still last.
Yep. Right.
Eve will forget about that shit in time. Or she might bring it up, but she's not like hurt by it like a man would be. That shit will always be that stain in his heart. Read on.
Right. Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Yeah, that land, and that's what Eve mean. The Eve come from the Hebrew word kawah, which means farm. Because husband means planter. So when a man be like, when a woman say he's my husband, she basically saying this is the man that's planting his rod and his seed in my field. You know? So he said, shall not that land be greatly polluted? And the pollution also comes in because that man's DNA is what is inside that woman. You know? And a man's DNA stays inside a woman forever. The sperm die out eventually, but see, a woman is like a blank disk. Say you got a blank hard drive, and what you do is when you go inside that woman, you downloading, or is it uploading? You uploading your information onto her, right? And she become what? A reflection of you. Because what? Yahweh Shah said, what? I'm a reflection of my father, right? So your woman's supposed to be what? A reflection of you. So now, if she slept with mad men, she got different, what's that computer shit? That cookies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The cat cookies.
Yeah, she got different programs and shit logged in her. So what? Now the system is down for catastrophic failure. That shit about to crash. And basically that's what? That's them bugging out. They got them demons on them.
Too many personalities.
Too many
rods. If you got all those rods in you, you got different characteristics from every man. When we pump and dump, we don't really carry on the women's personality. We just, as men, we supposed to have thousands of women. So when we move on, I don't even remember your name.
They givers. They giver. I mean, we givers and they receivers.
Yeah.
So they take in. See, a woman like an empty vessel, you pour into them. I mean, you pour. That's why you say influence. That's you influencing them with your whole vibration when you come into them. I mean, so after a while, you keep what? You uploading your information onto her. She's like a terabyte. And you just constantly uploading your program on her, till she become a perfect assistant.
That's right.
You know? But after they've been like ran through more times in the Holland Tunnel, and you can't do that. It's like, it's the system. You can't reboot the system neither. Mm-hmm. It's over. Only type rebooting that can be done is she come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah sincerely, and even then it'll just take years of cleaning. Right. But still her body will be finished. But her soul will be tight right, and you could deal with her from there. And basically at that point, the only thing she can offer you is her service. Right. But her body gonna just be shot. She just gotta wait till the Lord come and bless her with that new body.
Right. It's like looking at a beach. You know, when you're the first person to walk on the beach, you can see your footprint. But once everybody hops on that beach, you can't identify which footprint. Yeah, you can't even find yours. That's as a woman.
All as simple as like eating off a plate. You know, you don't want a plate that somebody ate off. You want your own leftover plate.
Yeah, that's why, that's important. This world so So backwards. You know?
Go back to Ezekiel.
Hey, I was talking to the motherfucking Ghana chick right after right? Yo, I was like, yo, so what's up with the virgins out there? She was like, yo. She said some funny shit. I'm like, yo, god damn, even out there, she like, yeah. I'm like, fuck, shit. The earth is done for, man.
Yeah.
I thought Babylon was shot down. She like, nah, good luck, motherfucker. She like, you might find something with a low body. She ain't say that, you know.
Right.
But she like, you might find something with a low body count. A V?
A V is scarce.
It's scarce. In Africa, nigga, in a village. Not in the city, in a village. It's scarce. You might can find it. Shit, you might if you want. I don't know, but.
Kanye said he was coming, but
Hey, he better hurry up because we about to leave soon. Because we ain't making this one long at all. Yeah, it's already 3:30. We might go another 20 minutes. But
Damn.
it's 3:20.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. Finishing up with Ezekiel 16, verse 9. It says, Then washed I thee with water, yea, I thoroughly washed away
Yeah,
thy...
you bring it into your home. You bring like I've seen men do this before. Like they actually like cleaned the chick up. It was once or twice they actually liked her and cared for her. And once it was like a relative or something. Like really brought her back on her feet and shit. You know? Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, me myself, it was years ago, was this chick named Dominique. Oh man, I love me some fucking Dominique, man. A nigga woman too, and at that time in the truth, we hated nigga women. But this particular, I like this fucking girl. She was fuck with that dope shit though, that D-block. I wish I was like, yo, I wish I could get you off of this shit. But she was just too on that shit, too much. So I had to let her go. If I saw her today and she was single, whoever I'm with, you gotta move the fuck over. Make room. Make room. Move the couch there. Move that fucking love seat over there. Throw that motherfucking lamp out. Get a smaller TV. Move, make fucking way.
right, because we all got favorites. Even Yahweh Shah had a favorite. He got a favorite people. He got a favorite food. He got a favorite land.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know we all got our favorites. Like I've been with my wife for 22 years, but if I see my old joint and she with it, I'm out.
Don't leave her. That'll be off.
I don't know, but you know, with these days and women, with these days and times,
the most you could do is have wifey make room.
Yeah, make room.
And when I mean make room, I'm not saying you move her in your house, but hey, I'm dealing with her too. You know what I'm saying? That's in your God-given right. But for you to just shit on, hey,
I ain't gonna leave
the scripture says, leave not, forsake not an old friend for a new friend. Because men do that shit all the time. Not necessarily getting on you, but you got men that been with their wife for mad long, and they're not even somebody old they met. They'll meet a new chick that's bad or whatever, and they'll have this bitch that they met for like 3 weeks ruin their whole relationship. I'm like, y'all niggas is bugging, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Doing that.
If anything, my wife will leave me.
Hey, that's better. As long as you in your God-given right.
Like, yo, look, can she move in? We got enough room.
Hey, that's on you, bro. But bring that out.
Go ahead.
Every man got their own dynamics, but you still want to play within those laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right. Ezekiel 16, continuing verse 9, it says, Then washed I thee with water, yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee.
Yeah, see, thoroughly. Like you getting in those crevices. You in the toenail creases with the toothbrush. Like I'm about to. Hey, you know what that's like? Like a project car. You get like an old 89 Mustang Cobra version, but it's fucked up. but you know it's potential. It's you driving in the country somewhere, you see it like, I keep seeing that Mustang there. I wonder what he doing with that. You knock on the door one day. Yeah, sir, what's going on? Hey, man, I see that Mustang there. I just see it sitting there. I come out here fishing and I be passing through. I was wondering, like, do you want to get rid of it? And he was like, oh, man, that car been there for so years. I really never thought what to do with it. Yeah. He like, my son my dad left it. He passed away. It's really, really old, though, man. It's going to take a lot of work. I don't know, man. Let me talk to my wife. You know, baby, Shimmy. Let me talk to my wife. You know, get back to me. You might come back another day, a month later. Hey, man, so what she say? Because remember, you ain't out there every day. What she say? I slipped my mind. Come back. You come back again. He ain't answered. You out there fishing. He run into you again. He run into you this time. Like, hey, I remember you. Yeah, about the Mustang, right? You know what, man? Just come by. You can get it, man. You can have it, man.
For free?
For free. He give it to you. Say he give it to you, right? Or you pay little to nothing. Just give me $1,000. A lot of dudes like that just be like, just take it. You know what I'm saying? Because the ad for the money really be like, hey, just take it. You come with your tow truck. You got it on your property now. You got the title. You like, yeah, man. Wait till I put this bitch together. You know what I'm saying? And every day you just working on that shit. You drop you get the rebuild engine. You paint that bitch. You try to get original seats and all that shit. And you just bring it together when you drive that bitch out the backyard. Even though that bitch got speed to it, you coming down the block doing 15. Motherfuckers mad as hell. First gear, just looking at motherfuckers like niggas like that. I see you. I see you. You know, Jake. I see you, baby. He brought that old shit out.
Might rev it up a little bit.
All niggas like, I got some shit coming. Oh yeah, you know, like
they do that
like Chief Gabar. You know, Chief Gabar be in them cars and shit.
Yeah.
He be like, all right, Gabar, I got some shit for you. So you'll never let them see it though, right? Till you just drop, you just spin the camp one day with it, like, whoa.
Lamborghini Gabar.
Bitch shined up nice. You like, this my baby right here. You know? So it's, hey, the Lord gonna do the same thing with us. You know what I mean? Take us from that. From low. Like, nobody don't want that shit. I'm like, yo, nigga, that's a fucking old ass Cobra right there.
Antique.
That's an antique. Yo, you know if you bring that shit, and that'll drive better than a new car.
Oh, yeah.
That'll drive better, like these new cars be shit, man.
Fiberglass.
Yeah, that'll drive way better than these new cars. You be like, yo, that car drive nice.
Yeah, because the cars that go back to like 70 and further, those got more metal. They got more body to it. Like today, these cars got fiberglass.
Yeah, you tap somebody, their whole bumper come off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why these accidents be hyped up. They can be like, ah! You be like, y'all just tap me. That fucking fiberglass shit. It ain't even really that serious. But it looked more serious. I actually sued somebody like that. He had hit, we was in the ambulance, they had hit the ambulance, but the way it wasn't a bad hit, because the ambulance big as hell. It was the box ambulance. It wasn't a bad hit. But the way his car bent up from hitting the ambulance and made the accident look more than what it was.
You was in the ambulance?
Yeah, I was in the ambulance. We was parked. He came around the bend on the highway and then see us in a blind spot and smacked into us. But we was good. But his car, the lawyer saw that, and that's what the word attorney. The word attorney means to turn over. Like, and that's how you know this a demonic system. Like, attorney means like, look, I'm going to take the truth, or I'm going to take something fabricated and make it look like the truth. Or I'm going to take a lie and play with the words and turn it into what I want to make it fucking believe, and I'm going to get you off even though you did it, nigga. And that's what it means. The attorney, like, it's witchcraft. Like, yo, I'm going to overturn. Like, you go to the attorney like, look, man, I'm in trouble, this and that. He's like, all right, tell me what happened. And say you trust your lawyer, right? You tell him like, yeah, I did it. This is what happened. Because you got to kind of tell him what you did so he could properly get you off. Because if you up there on the stand, he ain't gonna know. He gonna be like, look, they gonna ask you this. He gonna ask you this. He gonna ask you this. This and that. I'm gonna call objection. I'm gonna stop him when they get there. He gonna need to know your whole story so he can properly defend you. So you tell him everything. He like, all right, I got you. He go in there and he play with the law, and he play with words. He stop people. He change up stories. He play with emotions. So is Aaron guilty of murder? Not guilty. Yeah. And you hug the shit out of your lawyer like, thank you. But you and him know you both murdered that nigga in cold blood. But that's what the word attorney means. You turn shit over into your favor. By women do that shit a lot. Now, I mean, you try to deal with them truthfully on some shit they said or did, and they basically play with words and flip shit around in scenarios, and they justify what the fuck they did. And they can actually make you feel bad and knowing you were right. You're like, damn, I'm right. Why I feel bad? Because what? She playing with those words, flipping shit, talking fast and all that shit. This place is demonic, man. It's wicked. Then the laws, they got laws that outdo other laws. They got loopholes and shit. First degree murder. Well, it wasn't premeditated, because when you hold the gun this way, then you go into the forensics, for the forensic blood splatter, objection, your honor, and you just play that game. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, but yo, hey, some criminals be sitting there like, wow. Like, he know he did it, but he be like, wow, this shit is amazing. When you see that shit go down in the court, like, yo, this nigga is making my story look nice.
Yo, Deep Cover. Remember that movie with Larry Fishburne? And,
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne and the Jew, the Amalekite. Yo, he was his dealer. They was partners, but he was also his attorney. And he went into the courtroom, like 3 sentences, he was out. Like, okay, all right. Case dismissed.
A lot of that shit be Mason shit, but the ones that's really fought out, they really like flipping shit around. Like, they actually take the truth and make it a lie, or take the lie and turn it to the truth and make fucking people believe it. The juries be like, he getting the way they'll be looking at you like he did it from the evidence, but the way your lawyer come running that shit, that by the shit time is over with, the jurors be like, nah, I don't think he did it. That's that witchcraft, man. It's that fucking witchcraft. And you walk out of there, but see, now the law could get you. And a lot of people believe in street justice, like, oh, the judge let you go, nigga, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not justifying that, but which is still what? The Lord's judgment. Like Nino Brown. Nino Brown was wicked as hell. He got off. The old man was waiting for him, like, nigga, you ain't about to get up out of here. Dude. Like, hell no. But look, he came with, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like the counselor over here. You know, you see where I come from. And just flipping that shit. They be like, not guilty. And you be a man. That's why with some cops, I don't understand that shit. Because with some cops, they be busting their ass to lock a nigga up that they know dirty. And the judge is still let them go. Out of all that fucking hard work you did, all the raids you did, out of all the bullets that were fired at you, out of all the times you risked not coming home to your family to lock this nigga up, and y'all fucking let him go, and he back on the street smiling at me. Like, yo, see, this system, I mean, it's fucked up for criminals too, but for the cops, it's fucked up too. Because you be doing all that work and just for a motherfucker to skate scot-free. And still be out there doing shit.
I see. In New Jack City, when Nino Brown got off and the old man shot him, Ice-T smiled like, yeah, that's street justice. He was happy because as a cop, he been chasing these niggas for a long time.
Yeah, kind of.
And to see them niggas just get off and walk away and smile at you like,
hey, King of New York. When
Wesley Snipes.
Frank White.
Yeah.
King of New York. When Frank White got out, he was like, the cop was like, hey, Frank, you gonna stay out this time? He was like, well, that depends on how good my lawyers is. Mm-hmm. Meaning what? The cop asked him like, hey, you gonna stay home this time? His lawyer was with him. He was like, hey, you gonna stay home this time, Frank? He was like, hey, well, that depends on how good my lawyers is. Meaning like, y'all know I'ma do dirt. Yep. That's what I do. But it's all about how that shit play out in court. But nigga, I'm gonna be wicked as hell to the end.
Jada
I was
said
like, wow, dude, he just said that was a heavy statement. He was like, well, that depends on how good my lawyers are. Cause it's like, man, this place gotta go. Cause when our kingdom set up, we ain't gonna be having no funny daisy shit like that. The Lord said, thou shalt do no unrighteousness in judgment, man. Mm-hmm. And thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor. We got law. You can't be dealing like that, man. Mm-hmm. You can't be dealing like that. You get put. Hey, if you bear false witness, you get perjury. Your ass getting put down. Sure. So people gonna be scared. Like, yo, he catch me in a lie up there, I'm dead, nigga. I ain't about to lie for you. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be. Israel gonna be perfect, but amongst the heathens, like, yo, you know, he's gonna be like, yo, go up there and lie for me. But it's a thing like, yo, it ain't no 90-day jail time. If I go up there and lie for you,
dead.
And they, you know, Israelites sharp. Mm-hmm. Like, and they catch me in a lie, nigga, I'm dead. So you gonna be like, nigga, I ain't about to bear false witness for yo, unless you really love a motherfucker. You know, but go ahead, though, bro.
It makes sense to spirit. That's why ultimately our society is gonna be a theocracy, because ultimately the Most High gonna be the ultimate judge. It ain't gonna be like these courts where you could get off. Because like in the instance, the criminal could get off, but then he could get killed in the street. And then the person that killed him could get sent to court, and the Lord will have him get off. Because that's the Lord's judgment. The Lord might use that, like the old man you said, to bring the judgment upon this guy. He said, okay, I was going to give you prison so you stay alive, but you want to get out of that, I'm going to just kill you. You know, so you can never escape the judgment of the Lord. That's why the ultimate justice system will be a theocracy, to have the Most High, all right, ruling. That's why you have a monarchy with a king. Enough with all this presidents and this, then he says this, and no. Ultimately, the king makes the ultimate decision. So if the Lord is dealing with the king, is what he says, boom, like King Solomon. When between the two mothers. Yeah. Now, if it was America, you say, oh, but wait, but we got to go and investigate and look under the sheets, and all the evidence. He just used wisdom. All right, bring me a sword. Let me cut this baby in half and see how you react to that. So right then and there, as a mother, because the true mother, no mother. You look at animals, but they get very protective of their young. So she's like, no, I'd much rather the baby live and be her son than to die and we ain't got no sons. Right. So that's how he knew. He's like, nah, she lying and this one's the true one. You know. But back to Ezekiel 16 verse 9, it says, then washed I thee with water, yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil.
Yeah, hey man, that anointing oil was costly, man. You know, the spikenard, and you know, you mix it up, you know, or you can have basic olive oil, you know. Go ahead.
Verse 10, I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shot thee with badger's skin.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with buying a woman some clothes, some jewelry, long as she's your woman. Don't be doing that shit to impress somebody in hopes that you win her over. That's wrong. You know?
It says,
or if you trying to get to know a chick, don't pay for every date. Like, hell no. Now, I ain't saying you are the man, and if you did ask her out, alright, if you ask her out, pay for the first one or two. But if this like your 5th time going out, 6th time going out, listen, man, I'm not paying that for every fucking date. You about to call for, I might pay for 2. But after that, yeah, we going half or some shit like that. If you don't like it, fuck it, get out of here. Or like, or if they look at you or something. But cause look, you're not my girl. I'm trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're not about to make me feel bad because they try to make you feel like you less of a man because you don't want to pay every fucking time. But you ain't gonna keep me on the string and keep getting free meals off of me. You about to fucking pay up too. That way I know you interested. Like if she be like, all right, no problem. You know, I'll pay the next couple of times. You be like, oh, this chick is interested. But she kind of like, oh, you lame for that. What type of man that don't take care of the bill? Like, bitch, you ain't my girl. I'm trying to get to know you like you trying to get to know me. You lucky I ain't take your ass for a walk in the park and stop at a hot dog truck.
If she willing to pay for the whole shit too, that's an indicator to let you know that, like, look, she ain't here for the free ride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's an indicator. You know,
and they want you
we
to
call it
impress
Dutch.
them.
When you say Dutch,
Each
like, yo, we going Dutch.
Date can't be the same one. Like y'all did dinner in the movie, you can't do that again because you'll be viewed as lame. You got to do bowling. You got to do the beach, the carnival. You got to do a concert. Like it's like
Roller skate.
Yeah, like yo, my mind is as a man of the Lord, as an Israelite man, our mind should be focused on pleasing Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, not contemplating on how you gonna impress this chick. And each date get more and more expensive because you got to think of some creative type way to keep her. Because if you do dinner in a movie once, and even though you see a different movie and ate a different meal, to her it's like, yo, we did this already. Even if she don't say that, her attitude like, oh, I thought we was gonna do something else. So like, man, the hell with that. Now, if you want to do some impressive shit, dating is really called courtship. Really courting, to be honest, courting is for virgins. If you courting a woman on some shit, let her be a virgin for real, because all this dating, the $200 dates, $300, you don't know the chick like that. That shit is just like ridiculous. If just for her to flake on you at the end and just probably bounce on you, you took her on $300 date, that's almost a stack. And she just flaked and left, ain't pick up the phone, just left you out there. Now, if it's a virgin, she haven't been touched and you want to court her, all right, fine. But if she ain't a virgin, like that date shit, man, keep that shit under $20. Nah, real. I mean, that's how I'm on it. You ask me like, yo, how much? Don't ask me about no fucking women. How much? I'm gonna tell you some shit. Ask another brother. I'm like, look, bro, keep that shit under $20.
That's right. That's
like,
right.
maybe 30.
That's
But
right,
don't
bro.
be doing no. Oh, you know, you just mean. Don't be doing no sucker shit like
That's
that.
right.
Hey, I was gonna say, hey man, and that shows you ultimately why you gotta please the Lord first. The scriptures say that if a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Because everything is gonna go good for you to the point where even your enemies are not gonna wanna hurt you. Now, I have a testimony because I remember when I was in high school, you know, when you're in the world, you get the fresh ass lineups, you know, all the stuff like that. But I changed. You know, I stopped getting lineups and all that. And people perceive it as, oh, nah, you look different, you look ugly. Oh, you're not getting no chicks. Oh, is those sideburns? Oh my gosh. All those different stuff. They cut your ass. But then you got certain people who you tell them, look, man, the Lord don't want you getting them lineups. They say, nah, bro, look, I'm trying to get these bitches. And then they come to find out a couple, like midway into the year, the chicks are flocking to me, but you got the fresh lineup. And they're like, hold up, what's going on? Because they don't understand that, yo, it don't matter what you look like. What did the Lord tell King David? If you wanted more women, you should have asked me. I would have given you more women. So the Most High can put the spirit on women to want you regardless of what you look like. You see what I'm saying?
Women don't really care about looks. That's just they might do that to show other chicks like I'm with somebody that's cute. Really, they like you for what you are, not who you are.
Right.
Women can really give a fuck about who you are. Even your mother don't really care who you are. You think your mother come and ask like to see who your deeper inner person is? She could care less. And that's heavy. Your mother don't care really who you are.
Right.
Now, I mean, you think she be like, yeah, like who you are deep inside, son. Your mother don't give a shit about that. Nigga, shut up and go in the room. You know what I mean? And like, yo, take me shopping, nigga. Fuck, like, I don't care who your deeper inner self is. If you meditating, or whatever the hell you doing. They just not into a woman. A lot of times, women identify you by your profession. Like they'll be like, Aaron. They be like, who? The personal trainer, girl. Oh. Then they'll say, they be like, Terry. Who? The firefighter. Oh. Then they'll remember. Then the face come and everything. Your whole image come. They identify you by who you is, by what you do, not who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and that's heavy because our mom and our dad, when we were growing up, there's two different ways they always talk to us. Like our pops would talk to us about. He always said, "Don't think about being a great man." He said, "Think about being a good man."
Because good man is better than a great man.
Great man, right?
Because you could be great in wickedness, but a good man is a good man.
Right.
You know, like exactly. Like Esau is great in wickedness. You know what I'm saying? But to be a good man, that's better than to be a great man.
Right. He said nobody in history is ever gonna say Alexander the Good. He says Alexander the Great. Yes, he was great in wickedness, but he wasn't a good man. He's not a man of the Lord.
Heavy.
Right.
Yeah,
and then our mom, she'll tell you, I want you to go to school and have a good job. My dad never said go to school and have a good job. He always said go to school and become a scholar. You can go to school and become a scholar so you can be of service to humanity. That's what he always said, to be humble. But our mom was always like, go to school, get a good job, and then you can have a wife, and then you can live this, just so she could brag about it with her friends. Yeah. My son went to Harvard. My son went to NYU. My pops was never about that. He was like, look, the studies, don't worry about school too much. You can go to school anytime. Just go into the scriptures and study.
So long as your life is of a service to the Most High and to humanity.
Damn, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Damn, that's heavy.
So like,
that's heavy.
I want to pass that down to my kid.
Damn, like coming from from
I'm glad y'all bring that out. I'm glad y'all bring that out.
My dad dropped some jewels, but some of his shit ain't sound like that. I mean, that's heavy, man.
Yeah, bro. Under the brotherhood, I'm glad the brothers brought that out right now because I got kids, and that's something that they need to hear. I'm gonna bring that down. I'm gonna pass it down the line.
Yeah, come. Hey, that's why it's good to be around brothers. Finish that Ezekiel, so brothers can pull out.
This is the book of Ezekiel, continuing 16, verse 10. It says, I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shod thee with badger skin, and girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk.
Right, silk, that's expensive clothes. So, hey, man, you want to buy... I ain't against buying a woman a fucking Louis Vuitton bag, if that's what she like, but just let it be your woman. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not against that. I'm not against buying her some fucking Coach sneakers. If that's what she like, buy the shit. She want an iPhone 11. If that's what she like and you could afford it, you want to treat her to something nice, do it. But at least let it be your woman, man. That's all I'm asking.
That's right. Continuing. Verse 11.
The Lord ain't saying he's trying to do this with fucking Moab or Ammon or Edom. He like, yo, this is my bitch from back then. She just got fucked up. But I'm going to get her back right. You know what I mean? I'm going to clean her up. And another person could come like, yo, why is you doing that? You cleaning that old dirty bitch up? And the Lord like, man, nigga, mind your business. This is my bitch. I mean, we got history. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might see a couple like that. And you be like, yo, this brother got his shit together. But who that with him? That's his wife. Why she look so bad? I don't know. Maybe she got caught on drugs, but he love her though. She ain't committed adultery, but she just been wheeling and dealing. Yeah. But he be like, yo, he be like, yeah. He might tell you. He probably be like, yeah, that's my wife. You know, she backslid and she's on the drugs. We trying to wean her off of it. You know, things. You know, we still love each other. That's my girl, and I ain't gonna leave her. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, on the outside eyes, like, yo, leave her, man. Like, yo, what you doing with her? Man, nigga, we got history. Fuck you talking about? I'm keeping my wife. Right. We gonna fight through this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Lord's saying right here. He like, look, man, this my fucking woman. I'm about to clean this motherfucker up and get her back right. You know?
Got a quick precept for that. Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So like the elder was saying, the Lord, he only dealing with Israel. You know, you got Esau, oh Lord, why you still dealing with the wickedness they doing? He said, fuck that, I got history with them.
That's right.
Hey, even Jacob he said Jacob had sported Rebecca. You know, made her look good and came out with it. Because your woman is a reflection of you, man.
That's right.
You know?
Verse 11, it says, I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands,
Yeah, the bracelets, you buy jewelry or whatever, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel.
And that show you that it's Jake, because who wear chains?
Yeah.
You know? And he said chain. He didn't say necklace. I mean,
said
it might have been
chain.
translated something else, but
Nah,
when I
that's street
translated
slang,
here,
though.
that shit say chain. He saw, well, ain't no other people on earth like I got chain on my neck.
2 chains.
That's all Jake do. They got the chains. Like, how many karat golds is that? That's all
Nigga
they do.
name is
Jigga been
Chain.
dope since Slick Rick's first chain.
Yeah, that's true.
And guess what? You know, in slavery, we had what? There's actually
The yokes
the
of iron.
captivity chains on them.
Yeah.
But now they actually, they kind of like the chains, like the slave chain, like the ones that's linked up. They kind of like this, but they like, so that's showing you like we coming into like royalty from that lower state, you know. And Raekwon, he got the purple tape. The album was called Only Built for Cuban Links, because Cuban Links, that was the name of the album.
They expensive.
But Cuban Links back in slavery was the thick ass chains where you put like them bulky ass slaves on. Because if you put them on a regular chains, they'd probably snap them shits and run off. So what you had to put for your strongest slaves, you had to put Cuban Links on them. So when a lot of people don't know the meaning of that album. It's a classic album, but they don't know this. When he said only built for Cuban Links, what he was saying is this shit I'm about to spit is only built for the strongest slaves in the field. You know,
That's heavy, bro.
Yeah,
That's heavy.
Yeah. But a lot of people know that album, but really don't know the essence of why he called it that.
Nah. Word, I ain't even know that. And I bought that shit when it first came out.
I bump that
shit,
to this day.
Yo, that shit is like 30 years old.
Yeah.
The purple tape.
Yeah, kind. Go ahead, though, bro.
Verse 13. Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk, embroidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect through my comeliness, which I have put upon thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. But thou, it says, but thou trust in thine own beauty, and playedest the harlot because of thine renown.
Right, and so you can't. People you got proud. You know, you get proud, and that's why the Lord said, "Don't give a woman too much liberty." Matter of fact, the word "woman" means servant. So a servant is a slave. A woman's supposed to be held captive. She's supposed to be. Your whole now it's not like a captivity because the scriptures say don't be bitter towards your wife, but a woman is held captive to the will of her husband. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, even the apostles would say sometimes, you women going back into slavery too. Yeah, that's what, under your man, because a woman is a servant. A servant is a slave. A servant and a slave is in what? Captivity. Under who? Her husband. The will of her husband. But your husband loves you. You're a reflection of him. So it's not something overwhelming and overbearing. But if you look at her duties and stuff, she's captive to your will. Which is she would. But it's not nothing that they can't take or tolerate, because the Lord designed them to be acceptive to that. You know, but Esau had just played on their minds to where they think that's an off and a wrong thing. Woman means servant. And the servant is held captive. Point blank, period.
And that's why when you meet a woman, she wants you to be in control so you can direct her. You tell her what to do. Women like being told what to do. Sure. They be like, oh, don't tell me what to do. Nah, she actually wants you, it's called reverse psychology. She actually wants you to what? Be a man and put her in check. That's why she's doing that.
That's why they shit test you too.
Right.
Just to see if you could
man up.
Would you man up? You know? Or would you follow them? Or would you start begging them? Would you start and they get turned off by it? Because the Lord, look, man, it's as simple as this. Just like man don't like masculine women don't like feminine men. Now they can act that shit all they want. They hang around the faggots and all. Even the women that got fag friends, they will never date one. They will never date one. They got like 3 friends that's faggots. They on the bus chain, yeah, girl. Sometimes they look at them like, But they don't tell him. But they be looking at him like, you.
They call them.
Disgrace.
They call them bitches. Like, yo, bitch. You bitch.
They refer,
Kendrick Lamar said,
refer
you
to-
bitch.
Yeah, they refer to their sodomite friends as like their girl. They say, "Oh, I treat him like he's one of my girlfriends." I'm like, "What?" Like,
But they'll never date one.
No.
They'll never date one. And even the man that was effeminate in any type sort is going to automatically turn her off. Even if she didn't want to be turned off, she's going to get turned off because it's nature. The masculine and the feminine, like the masculine doesn't bow down. The feminine doesn't bow down to the feminine. The feminine only bow down to the masculine. That's why if you see two lesbian couples,
Charger.
if you see two lesbians, one of them is always dominant, and one of them always feminine. You never seen two girly ass lesbians like, we a couple, and the other one be like, we a couple. One of them is Dyke Tyson,
Yep.
Bushwick Bill, and one of them is Christina Aguilera. But cause what the feminine only bows down to the masculine.
Yep. I never knew that concept. I never understood it because, like, if you want a manly type of female, why you don't just get a man?
Right.
Like,
It's a demon.
it's
Like
a
'cause
weird spirit, bro.
Bruce
Like,
Jenner, he turned into a woman to only sleep with women.
what?
Huh?
Yeah. Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner Center, whatever the fuck his name is.
Jenner Jenner.
He turned to a woman, but
call
he
her Bruce
only
Katie
sleeps
Jenner.
with women. So he turned to a woman just to be a lesbian.
What the fuck?
Shit. Yo, that is
Bruce
beyond me.
Jenner don't fuck with no
That's too
men.
much right there.
Oh, nah.
He was a man that turned to a woman to only deal with women.
Bruce Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner, Brenda Bruce Jenner.
Hey, you know what? And that's why the Most High is going to destroy this place, man. That's why the Most High is going to destroy this place, because I remember the year when this thing, all right, became a man to a woman. It won
man.
Woman of the Year that year, man. What the hell is that?
Oh.
They put that thing as Woman of the Year.
We had a whole lecture
Okay.
of them teaching us in school to accept that shit.
What? Yeah.
God.
high school, yeah.
Woman of the year?
Self in class like a whole hour. Even from
A
what
man
the
got
whole
elected.
they want to change their mind and shit.
Yeah, I was watching documentaries on there and all that.
Oh, that's off, man.
Yeah, they do that.
That's
Oh,
off
like
as hell. They didn't get the parents' consent?
Yeah, no.
Nah, it was just like a regular class thing.
Oh, that's fucked
No,
up,
no, like a
bro.
part of the
A
regular. I
real
forgot what
class?
class. Maybe it was health class
It
or
was
something
health
like
class,
that. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure they're gonna put that on there like it's a part of, and then in order to make you do it, they'll give like a worksheet about the documentary.
Oh!
So they gotta know you paid attention.
Oh, shit.
Yo,
Nah.
man,
Nah.
that's some wicked shit, man.
this
That's
shit gotta
wicked.
go, man.
That's wicked, man. They turn off all the lights, put the speakers up, and they just like make you watch it for the whole class period.
Oh, man, no.
You know, Jake was talking. We were talking about it. He's like, "Yo, you went to health class yet?" They're like, "Nah." It's like, "What happened?" "Yo, we watching this freaking Kylie Bruce. I don't know what to call her, but she changed. She became a woman." And she's like, "All right, I ain't gonna watch that." He's like, "Nah, she giving a worksheet on that. Like, she's talking about it's gonna be graded like a quiz to give importance, so you gotta watch it." I'm like,
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter.
right? They try to force it down your throat as if it's a good thing. The scriptures talk about those that call good evil and evil good. You know, so if you speak, here it is. If you speak against that, you're evil. But that's evil. So how am I evil if I'm speaking against evil? Because they're gonna call me being good. They're gonna call that evil, man.
Bring it out.
They're gonna call you you're homophobic. Phobia is a fear. We don't fear sodomites, man. All right, the Most High doesn't fear sodomites. He's against them.
Nah, they say that in the reverse psychology sense. You are actually gay within inside of you, and you fear of being around them because you don't want them to trigger your inner fact.
To bring it out.
That's wicked though, because we don't want to be around that shit. That don't mean that we afraid of them. It's just that we against
Like, no,
we
they
against
say-
abominations.
Yeah,
man.
it's just a fucking mind
That's
thing,
an
man.
abomination, man. That's an abomination.
Read
Deuteronomy.
Read that precept. I gotta precept the back that right
Right.
quick.
There's a book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, because they justify the gays and the lesbians and the trannies, and they condemn it the just, which is us, for talking about it. You know, the Lord said both of them are an abomination. But finish that Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 16, going back to 16, verse 14. No, actually 15. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and playedest the harlot because of thine renown, and pouredest out thy fornications on every one that passed by, his it was. And of thy garments thou didst take, and deckest thou high places with diverse colors, and playedest the harlot thereupon.
And that's why the Lord, that's it. But that's why the Lord did what he did to us. Because imagine putting all that energy and time into a woman and she do some shit like that. You're going to snap, man. You're going to fucking lose it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose it. And that's why the Lord lost it with us. He ain't want shit to do with us. And he brought all his judgment on us to this day. You know what I'm saying? But through the love of Yahweh Shah, it's a hope for our people. You know what I'm saying? But in that comparison between man and woman, that's kind of like identical with us and the Most High, because we the Lord's woman. If you look at kingdom, the word kingdom in the Hebrew is malak waf. Malak is king, but waf makes it like the feminine, because it's the dominion. Kingdom, loosely translated, king, and dum is dominion of the kings. But in the Hebrew, it's translated malak waf, which is waf is kind of make it like akwaf, a sister. It makes it like effeminate in a sense. But you be like, why would kingdom be effeminate? Because we are the Lord's woman, the males of Israel, that he's going to come through with the marriage and give us the kingdom and that relationship. As a matter of fact, we so fucked up with our woman, mainly because we messed up with the Lord. Right. So as we get right with the Lord, they're automatically getting order. And if they don't, they're going to be destroyed.
That's right.
So that's all I got, unless y'all going to bring something out.
Nah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. Hey, look, yeah, we in that time, man. You know, you gonna have a lot of spirits out today, you know, because you got a lot of demons out. So look, man, take care of what you gotta take care of, man, and just go home. You know, it's the Sabbath tonight anyway, so you know, keep the Sabbath, stay in the spirit, and do what you gotta do.
And real quick too, the video is a little bit short because about an hour and a half, 2 hours, it wasn't recorded.
Yeah. The first part, saying was messing with the feed, so it didn't come through. So, but you know, we started recording through. We got at least an hour in. So,
well, whatever's up there, it's all the Lord's will.
If I could say something,
It was still edifying.
you Jakes out there with them firecrackers, man. I know, I just want y'all to chill the fuck out, because y'all gonna be going to jail on a high level. And guess what? Y'all representing a pagan holiday. Because the 4th of July means the independence for the Confederates.
right.
It's not even about an American holiday. And if you American, you ain't really American, you really Israel. You need to come off of that spirit. Fuck those barbecues. Take your ass home and upload, watch a video or something.
Judge a lot of niggas tonight.
Chill the fuck out. The shootings that been going on in this world, and as far as New York City is concerned, y'all killing each other, man. Chill the fuck out.
Hey, man, look, just.
Hey, Judgment, in Brooklyn, like East New York, Brownsville area, man,
That's
niggas
why
been
I'm
getting
late,
their
'cause
ass
my
capped
cousin just
out
got killed.
over this.
My cousin just got killed. He was only 20 years old. That's why I was late today, because I was over there, condoning my cousin, because she was in my era, but her son got killed. You know what I'm saying? And y'all is bugging right now, but that's the Lord's judgment. The Lord putting that on y'all. If y'all gonna kill each other, all right.
Yeah, but where the fuck is Black Lives Matter?
Right.
See, Black Lives Matter only when a cracker kill a nigga. But when niggas kill niggas, Black lives don't matter. Where the fuck is Black Lives Matter and all you other niggas? That's how you know that shit is bullshit, man.
Hey, even going for equality, like Elder Tasman said, there's never been a nation on earth that has ever fought to tie with somebody, ever.
Right.
And that's just
There's
some
always to get
retard
over
shit.
on.
Yeah, there's always to conquer. So you go it's like playing a sport just to tie with somebody. It's all stupidity, all right?
It's
So
either a win or a
it's
loss,
joke.
man. Ain't no equality in this, man. But anyway, with that, we hope this was edifying unto the elect. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Until next time, shalom.
One.
And finish with
Finish it, man.
Yeah. Nah.